Good morning, everyone. What a privilege and honor to be with all of you to recognize the 50-year anniversary of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, one of our federal government's most important agencies. And I'll start with a very quick story. Before my daughter, Alicia, who is now 14 years old, was born, my wife and I spent a couple of months before she was born over a weekend baby-proofing the house. I got on all hands and knees and to try to look through the house to see what the house would look like from her perspective. And I drilled things into walls and looked very closely through the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website as we purchased products and cribs and all of the things that first parents do to get ready for their new baby. And the Consumer Product Safety Commission for 50 years now has been doing just that for all of us. Their job is uniquely important, especially now. And little known fact, they are located right here in Montgomery County, Maryland, with a headquarters in Bethesda with over 500 employees, as well as a testing facility in Rockville. So we are thrilled to have them here and call Montgomery County their home, where they do such important work. I'd now like to invite Congressman Raskin to come forward and say a few words as well. And I believe he has a citation.
Thank you very much. I've brought a congressional citation, a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which we proudly host in Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District. And it is in recognition of your 50th anniversary and your unwavering commitment to protecting the public health and ensuring the safety of consumer products. So we know that the CPSC serves Americans all over the country, but as Councilman Albornoz emphasized, we are all here especially proud of their work, and all of us are acutely aware of the service that they render to the American people every single day. So congratulations on your 50th anniversary.
Thank you. All right. And we have a representative from Senator Vance Holland's office here as well, who is going to present a citation.
Thank you, Council Member. I find it really hard to believe I was a freshman in college when the commission started. I had really hoped that either I was younger or the commission was much older. But alas, no. I'm pleased on behalf of Senator Chris Van Hollen to present a Senate citation to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission in celebration of your 50th anniversary, in recognition of your tireless commitment to protecting lives and keeping families safe, with appreciation for its mission to address unreasonable risk of injury and its robust research into product-related illness and injury, and with gratitude for all that it does to make a difference in our nation. On behalf of Senator Chris Van Hollen, I present you, sir. Why don't you come on up here and join me? I feel kind of alone with just an proclamation.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
All right. And now I would like to welcome Chair Alexandra Hohenserich to make some remarks on behalf of the Commission, and then I will read the Council's proclamation.
Thank you, President Albornoz, and thanks to the rest of the Council, and special thanks to Congressman Raskin, obviously Karen, representing Senator Van Hollen, for both the proclamations and these really the love and the affection that I'm feeling for the agency. The CPSC, and on behalf of the 500 employees, as you said, 500 plus employees of the CPSC, most of whom will work, as you pointed out, either in our headquarters in Bethesda or at the National Product Testing and Evaluation Center right here in Rockville. We greatly appreciate the recognition that you're providing for the work that we do every day, and for the milestone that we have experiencing with our 50th anniversary. When the CPSC was founded 50 years ago, Americans faced hazards that range from clothing ringers that were crushing the limbs of children, thousands of children every year, to refrigerator entrapments where kids were suffocating at far too great numbers. The agency has done a tremendous amount of work and had a number of successes, and luckily modern consumers probably don't even think of those as potential hazards. But the work of product safety continues on, and the hazards that we are facing have evolved as well. So today we're addressing hazards like those related to button cell batteries, which small children are swallowing and it's burning through their esophagus, causing grievous injuries and even death. Fortunately, with the help of Congress, which just passed a law this year to give us more authority with respect to button cell batteries, we're addressing these hazards. And we're also looking at new and evolving issues like shady manufacturers, most of them based overseas, who are selling on e-commerce platforms defective products that are being shipped directly to consumers' homes. These are the kinds of issues that the people at CPSC are dealing with every day. And every one of the CPSC's employees, from our scientists and engineers and investigators who research hazards, to our attorneys who are taking the lead on enforcement, to our communications staff who are dedicated and has their mission to get vital safety information out to the public. They all are focused every day on protecting consumers and getting these hazards out of our homes. So I've been chair for just a little over a year, and it's been my honor to work with these dedicated professionals. And in that time, we've done things like over 200 recalls of products. We've assessed over $38 million in civil penalties against companies that have flouted our product safety laws. We've taken over 40,000 hazardous products off of e-commerce platforms and scanned another 40,000 shipments for potentially hazardous products. So all in all, the work that we're doing is important for the American people. I look forward to building upon the work of the first 50 years, create a foundation for the next 50 years. And I once again thank the council. I thank House Raskin, thank Karen, Senator Van Hollen for this recognition, and I look forward to a continued partnership.
All right. Thank you so much. And so I will now read the proclamation. Whereas on October 27, 1972, the Consumer Product Safety Act was enacted into law and signed by President Richard Nixon. This landmark piece of legislation established the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, known as CPSC. And whereas CPSC is an independent federal regulatory agency that has jurisdiction over thousands of consumer products. The agency was given authority to tackle consumer product hazards with a bipartisan board of 5 commissioners, and was authorized to develop safety standards, pursue recalls, and ban certain products. And whereas for 50 years, CPSC has worked to save lives and keep families safe by addressing unreasonable risks of injury and deaths associated with consumer products, and advancing public safety through seminal safety campaigns, including Baby Safety, Pool Safety, Anchor It, and many others. And whereas CPSC is headquartered in Bethesda, with the National Product Testing and Evaluation Facility in Rockville. The agency's mission of public safety is carried out by approximately 540 dedicated personnel located here in Montgomery County, Maryland, across the United States, as far as Beijing, China. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby congratulates and celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Consumer Product Safety Commission and the invaluable impact that this federal agency has made in our community and across the nation to keep consumers and their families safe. Presented on this 25th day of October, signed by myself. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, Councilmember Hucker.
Mr. President, Councilmember Tom Hucker, Mr. Chairman, and Karen and Congressman, thanks so much for being here. Sorry to call an audible here. I was delayed getting here because I'm sharing a car with my wife, but I wanted to echo all of the thanks from our entire council. I used to work at the CPSC for 3 years, and it was a fabulous experience. I worked on the implementation of the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act and standing up the saferproducts.gov database, our public-facing consumer database that all of you should be using when you are shopping for your holiday presents or deciding what toys to buy your children. We got that stood up in an effective way on a congressionally mandated deadline. And I learned so much about the agency and developed this appreciation that I just want you all to understand. With their 540 employees, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the shorthand we learned is regulates the safety of everything in your house except what's in your driveway, because that's NHTSA, what's in your medicine chest, because that's the FDA, and the refrigerator, because that's the USDA and FDA. Everything else in your house, the CPSC is responsible for keeping you from unneeded hazards. They punch very far above their weight. And with all due respect to our other federal agencies, they probably save more American lives per dollar than anywhere else because of the small size and their broad scope. So they have a tremendous workforce over in Bethesda. It was great to get Senator Van Hollen there years ago into the opening of the lab, the new lab in Rockville. And I just wanted to add my thanks for everything you're doing. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
That was great. That was very special. All right, let's take a picture.